Welcome back to Inside MHS. This is our second ever live newscast. How do you feel, Gideon? Ready to get going?
Yep, but hopefully it's either as good or better than the first live.
Yeah, man.
We have a great show in store for you today.
That's right. We have our normal segments as usual, like sports, weather, and announcements.
That's right. We had a special segment, but it turns out our cameraman wanted to talk during the whole thing, so it didn't turn out well.
Yep, that's sad, but we're not going to call any names, right?
It was Leighton.
Okay, then. We did beat Mr. G in a trivia contest during that segment, so awesome.
Yeah, well, anyway, speaking of Leighton, let's throw it to sports with Leighton and Madden.
Hey guys, yeah, it was me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay, though. Now they don't have to see me not being able to answer the baseball questions, because I don't know anything about baseball.
Yeah, you really don't. We'll work on it, though.
All right. Speaking of baseball, the season will kick off here in a couple weeks. Make sure you check in on the website for game times and dates.
Yes, also, the softball team had their first scrimmage and are looking to build off their season last year.
Yes, let's root for our Indians teams this spring, but we cannot forget about track.
Oh, yeah, we can't. After a couple of record-breaking indoor meets, the Indian track team looks to continue strong as they start their outdoor season soon.
Oh, yeah. We also have girls tennis. They look to continue from a very strong season last year as well.
Yes, good luck to all of our Indian spring sports teams as they start up very soon. Man, what's a bullpen?
It's, I don't know. Yes, of course. Let's move on to weather with Peyton and Braden.
Yes, weather. Question for you, Braden. Which natural disaster would you rather live through? A tornado, hurricane, or earthquake?
Me, I would rather live through an earthquake because it's not as much as reckless, but it could be reckless. It depends on the level of the earthquake. What about you?
I think I would want to go through a hurricane because if I lived through it, that'd be really awesome.
Yeah. Well, that was fun. Now let's move on to the weather.
Today, there is a nice warm high of 54 degrees and a low of 40. However, there is a chance of rain a little later on.
Yeah, tomorrow doesn't get any better with the rain. Chance of rain tomorrow as well with a high of 46 and a low of 20.
Yeah, and the weekend will drop down again to colder temperatures with a high of only 27 and 36 degrees on Saturday and Sunday. Partially cloudy both days.
Luckily, though, we will bounce back into the next week with a high of 46 on Monday and a high of 52 on Tuesday.
Yeah, finally looks like that spring weather is here to stay.
Yes, I love spring weather because it's warm, not as cold as the winter. But I also like it because it's looking forward into summer for football.
I love spring because you finally get to go outside and hang out with all your friends.
Well, that's all we have for the weather this week.
Whether you like it or not, back to the desk.
Well, thanks for the updates, guys. I am glad the warm temperature is coming back quickly.
So am I.
All right, we got to go. We'll be right back.
Thing I've learned as the Pacers announcer is how to face a challenge. So when our hard Indiana water caused problems at home, I reached out to Connecticut, the toughest water treatment company in the business. Our equipment eliminated all the bad tastes and odors, and we have no stains or cloudy residue. If you're ready for great water, ask for the Denary deal to take an additional $200 off any Connecticut sale price. Visit ConnecticutIndy.com for a free water test. Connecticut, official sponsor of the Indiana Pacers.
Welcome back. While we were away, we got to talking, didn't we, Dalton?
That we did.
We were talking about this year's spring musical. Will you be attending it this year, Dalton?
I'm not so sure right now, but it will be held on March 17th and 18th at 7:30 p.m. both nights.
Yes, you can buy your tickets by scanning the QR code on the posters in the hallways.
You will not want to miss this year's production, The Little Shop of Horrors.
With more of the important things you need to know, here are Xavier and Keegan.
Thanks, guys. We have a lot of announcements this week, so let's just jump right on in.
All right, fellow seniors, mark your calendars. April 21st, Jostens will be here in the cafeteria all 4 lunch periods to pass out cap and gown.
Speaking of all 4 lunch periods, prom tickets will still be on sale at all these lunch periods. If you want to If you want to buy them before spring break, they're $25 for a couple and $15 for a single. After spring break, however, the cost will go up and you will no longer qualify for this souvenir prom t-shirt. So make sure you get your tickets soon.
Do you like blowing things up and going bang bang? Well, sign up for the trap shooting team. Registration ends on March 19th, and if you want to participate in the spring season, you must be registered by that deadline. If you have any questions, contact Mr. Huntington in room A102.
FCA students, there will be no meeting tomorrow morning.
And of course, don't forget about that spring musical that our lovely anchors were just talking about. I'm pretty hyped for it.
I'm also pretty hyped for it. But speaking of that, Keegan, are you going to prom this year? Are you going to be like a Jedi Knight or something?
I'm going to prom this year. I'm not going to be a Jedi Knight, though. I already chose my suit before the theme.
Oh, yeah?
But I'm going to be sure to bring a lightsaber, maybe get up to some dueling.
Well, originally I was going to go as Darth Vader, but I guess I can still bring the lightsaber. Maybe you and I can have a lightsaber duel.
Maybe, but Darth Vader or not, you're still going to get whooped.
We'll see about that, buddy.
Anyways, don't forget to look out for our second episode of sitcom C109 before spring break.
Well, that's all we have for announcements. Back to Dalton and Gideon.
Thanks for all those important announcements, guys.
Yes, we just love to see all that is happening here at Miss Sinowal.
Yep. Well, unfortunately, that is all the time we have for you today.
Actually, Dalton, there is one more announcement.
Really?
Yeah, the one about the Barstool account.
Oh, yeah. Everyone should definitely go on Twitter and search for the account at @BMrs.Sinowal and go vote for them at the best Barstool account in the tournament. That is capital B and M.
If I had a phone or Twitter, I would have already done it twice.
Well, you don't. And that's all the time we